Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Happy Friday, wherever you might be. And it has been a very good Friday, at least for the Bears. If you're a Bull, well, I hope you didn't get stung too much. Today was an interesting day. I've had several direct messages on Twitter asking me how I called 4461 as the bottom today, and also why I'm looking for 4438 for next week. Well, let me show you. And I'm going to switch over to a daily chart. And I've got a daily chart sitting up over here. There we go. Okay, here's a daily chart of the S&P. And you can do the. I haven't tried this on any market, but it should work on any market. I don't think there's any voodoo involved. Here's your market. All right, here's your daily stuff. I've got highs and lows for the day posted on there, and you can, and then the yellow line here is just the VPOC, and you can see where it flattened out around the turnaround, and the turnaround was the 5th, which was Sunday. You can see that little bitty thing right there popped up and then came right back down. And I was calling for that. I was calling for that on Friday. I said, look, we're going to turn around this week. We're going to sell off this week. And people, well, gee, how'd you know that? Well, let me show you. Here's my secrets. See, I don't have any secrets here. I'm just sitting here reading the chart. Okay, well, see where that came up, and you can see a nice, it's really pretty sharp right there. So we're still continuing to go up, and then see where it comes back up. It goes back up, down, starting to tip right there, and you can see it right there on the chart. I don't know if you can see that. If you put that, zoom in on that, you can see where it started to dip there, and then that was, what was that? 9-3 Friday. Friday was a very, very small range-bound day right there in the middle. It would be almost a doji, except it didn't have any, doji stuff to it. There's no big tails and stuff and little bitty body. But, be it as it may, look how small that sucker is. Okay? Look how small that is. You can see that. Look how small it is right there. And then it popped up. What happened? It popped up. Next day it sold. So you can see it on the chart. That's why I was calling with a pretty high degree of confidence that, hey, we're going to start selling off early next week. And what did we do? Sunday popped up here, and then Monday, this is 9/6, which is Monday. Started. Well, what happened? Here goes the slide. Boom, 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 boom. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Now, I called two targets. I called 4461, which is right there, and I also called 4438, which we haven't gotten to yet, which is right there. Okay, how did I know that? Well, let me enlighten you, as the guy in Twister said. And if you haven't seen that movie, it was a great movie. Anyway, I'm a weather buff, so I really enjoyed that movie. So I have a thing called buying. It's a very standard study on Twitter, or on on Share Charts. I got Twitter on the brain. I'm sitting here watching it under the screen. Okay, just as standard, standard stuff. Volume value, area percentage. I mean, this is all just standard stuff. Okay, all just standard stuff. I hit it, so I can leave the surprise for right now. So watch this. This is really cool. When I put that on there, poof, what happens? Okay, here's your value area high, and see where the value area high comes through? It starts flattening out there. Okay, right there, right there, you can see that flattening out. And when I saw those two bars together, when I saw that flattening out there, I'm going, okay, this is a warning. This is not good. And then Friday, very, very small range. It's like, okay, I think we've hit the top here. I think we've hit the top of the range. So, okay, that's really cool. So what happened on a daily chart? It sold off on, what's that, 9-8 on Wednesday, popped up right, above 45.27. Okay, went to 45.20 and 25. So what? That's 9 ticks above VPOC, and then just sold off. So you saw the selling here. You knew there was going to be a retracement right up to our old friend the VPOC. Okay, and then just sold off like gangbusters. Here's the interesting part, guys. If you scroll the chart over, see that value area high right there? Right there? Right there, right there, right there. 44.60, 75. 44.60, and if you run your, I've got this thing tagged so you can see them over on this side. So value area high, VPOC, value area low, that sort of thing. Now, if you scroll this over, you can see, which is really pretty freaking cool. There we go. There's value area high and VPOC. There's VPOC 44.38. And now you straddle this over, and I'm looking for a nice flat spot. The nice flat spot was at 44.61. Okay, pretty obvious stuff. Okay, just sitting there on a chart bigger than dog doo-doo. Oh no, my chart. So now here's another interesting cool thing. Well, how'd you know about VPOC? How'd you know it was going to bounce at VPOC? Well, number one, I mean, the markets like VPOC. Markets like VWAP. Okay, so there's my volume porting controller. So all my volume sitting down there. What happened? It popped right back up there and bounced off it. Okay, well, why would you think that it would bounce off like here? Well, here's the really cool part of it, guys. Watch this. When I go back, I'll go backwards here. Okay, I'll go back. Say for example, here's VPOC way the heck back in July, the last part of July. What's VPOC right there? VPOC right there is, well, I can't scroll it back far enough. Anyway, well, yeah, there it is. There we go. Okay, I can go back a little bit. And VPOC was 45. There's VPOC 45.32, right? Where did this guy come back to? 45. Came back to 45.32 and ran it over by 45.47, 75, 45.48. Okay, so that would have been a nice target, 45.32. Okay, there was on the, what date was that? That was on the 18th of August. Came down to VPOC, overran it by what? A couple of points. Okay, from 47, overran it 48, 49, 50, 51, 52. I'm sorry, it was 45, 52. I couldn't read. So it overran it by 4 points, right? Now, what did it do today? Okay, 44.61. That was 44.61 minus 4 points is what? 44, 60, 59, 58, 44, 57. Where do we go today? 44.57, right? Okay. We go 44.56.50. Hey, that was magic, huh? So it basically overran it by what? 4 points. Pretty cool, huh? Oh, that's just a fluke, Ed. It's just a fluke. Okay, well, let's go back. Let's go back over here. Here's another one. Here's another one where we came down. Okay, there is, that guy's what, about 44, 47, 42, 28, 25. I don't like Sierra where you move stuff back and it screws around here. So 42, 28, 25, right? There's 42, 28, 25. Where did it go? Where did it come down to? It overran it by, magic drumroll survey says, 42.24. It overran it by what? 4 points. Okay, 4 points. Interesting, huh? Now, it always doesn't work. It doesn't always work, but it's worked the last couple of cycles. So I can, pretty high confidence say, okay, market's aiming for VPOC. There's another VPOC. These things are pretty decent targets. It came back down, came down farther than that, of course, but this was a really, really nicely trending market over here. So you're looking for these VPOCs. You might not get within 4 points. It might be something, down here. There was 40.66, 40.67, something like that, for a VPOC right there. 40.67.25. Well, hey, that would have been a nice target. People go, well, you didn't call it for the tick. You didn't call it within 4 points. Well, okay, fine, whatever. The point of the matter is that it came down. You had a nice level. Just look back. For crying out loud, from all the way up here to, say, for example, from here all the way down. That's a nice little target. 40.67 from, what was that high? 41.81. That's a nice chunk of change. I would have, I'd got it out there too. It's a previous epoch. So look for these things, guys. Look for these things on these charts, and you'll see. For example, there's another one. I don't know if I can scroll back that far and see that. But I told you, if you want to find out what's going to happen tomorrow, look to the left. Look left, young man. Look left. Instead of go west, it's look left. Was that Horace Greeley said that? Anyway. So there's one about 41.24. Came down to what? 41.20. Another 4 point move right there. And you're looking for flat spots. Okay? You're not looking for, like that right there. I don't consider that significant. These little bitty things, I don't consider in 1 or 2 days. I don't consider that significant. However, you can look back and say, well, that was a pretty good one right there at like 73. Market came up. There was 41.73. 2 days where VPOC is. It bounced off that once it was established. It bounced off that 1, 2, 3 for 3 days. Okay. Then what happened? 1, 2, 3 days. We had a final climactic push down to 40.55, which is, below that. Once it went down there, climactic push, bounced off it, then came up, and what happened? It just went north. Went north from there. So it was a nice turnaround. And there's a huge doji day right there. And the market turned around. Here we go. Anyway, I just wanted to do this just to kind of show you, this is, I've got a good idea what's going to happen next week, and here's how I did it. Okay? I'm sure there's a lot of guys out there. There's guys with 5,000 followers on Twitter that post these levels all the time, but don't tell anybody, and they go, oh my God, you're such a magician. Oh my God, how did you know? Oh my God. Of course, they never say anything. But that's okay. We still love you guys. Hey, we're all traders. We're all retail traders. We're not fighting against each other. We're not competing against each other. People have to realize that we are competing against the banks and the big institutions, because that's where you're taking your money from. You're not taking your money from your fellow traders. Anyway, that's it. Happy Friday. Happy weekend. God, this has gone 15 minutes. I wanted to do a 3-minute video, and here I go into 15 minutes. Anyway, so you guys have a great weekend. Keep your eye on those daily charts. Keep your eye, and I haven't done this on a weekly. I know the stock guys, like Sarah Strat, Sniper, or whatever her name is. She looks at the weeklies, and she looks at those for bounces and things. I haven't gone out that far, because these are just futures markets. So anyway, try this. Try looking back on your own charts. Try looking back on crude oil or gold or any of the commodities, or even if you have your favorite stock. Um, maybe you can take a look at that. Go back and take a look at your favorite stock and see where's all that volume coming, because those are significant levels: value area high, value area low, and VPOC. And then watch for VWAP. I don't have VWAP on here, but watch for VWAP. Those are four very significant levels that the market respects in one way or another, and the market will, once it turns around, the market will revisit those. Anyway, I hope you absolutely enjoyed this video, and guys, have a great weekend. See you Monday.